So it is CAF Champions League weekend, and we have quarterfinal fixtures coming up this weekend in the CAF Champions League. So I'll tell you about the games which will be coming up in the quarterfinals. I don't know what I'm doing. Hello and welcome to African Football. My name is Dennis Kofi. So as I mentioned earlier on, we have 4 fixtures coming up in the quarterfinals of the CAF Champions League. And at this stage, you know how it is described. The men are separated from the boys. So first of all, the first game we have is JS Kabylie, who are from Algeria. They play against Esperance Tunis. So Esperance Tunis won their group. That's the group of death. I tagged it as the group of death. And they won that group, which consisted of Zamalek from Egypt, also Al Merrikh from Sudan, and then CR Belouizdad of Algeria. And Zamalek won that group. For their opponents, that is JS Kabylie. They were in group with defending champions, that's Wydad Casablanca. And they qualified out of that group in second place behind, that is, the defending champions, Wydad Casablanca. So that has brought us to this stage where they face off in the quarterfinals. The game is on Friday and it will be played in, that is, the home grounds of JS Kabylie in Algiers. So JS Kabylie this season in the CAF Champions League have actually won all their home games. Yes, they've won all their home games by just 1 goal margin. So 1-0 they won against defending champions Wydad, also won 1-0 against Petrol Luanda, and then 1-2-1 against, that is, AS Vita from DR Congo. So they've won all their games at home. For, that is, the traveling side, AS Tunis, they have not won all their games away. They won just 1 game away, and that was a game they played against CR Belouizdad in Algeria. And guess what? They are coming to Algeria again this weekend. So it looks like it's familiar turf for, that is, AS Tunis. But JS Kabylie have had it difficult in the Algerian league. They are currently in the relegation zone, so it's not looking good for them in their league, despite being in the quarterfinal of the CAF Champions League. For Esperance, they are battling for it to win, that's the Tunisian Ligue 1, and they are currently in the playoff stages of the league. So that's how things have been going for both sides domestically. But the game in the CAF Champions League promises to be exciting. So Esperance Tunis last season were eliminated at this stage, that is the quarterfinals, when they lost on aggregate to, that is, ES City, also from Algeria. For JSK, last season they were not in the CAF Champions League. The last time they were in the CAF Champions League was actually in 2019-2020 season, and in that season they met, that is, Esperance Tunis also, and the game they played in Algeria was 1-0 in favor of JS Kabylie. But our next quarterfinal clash is Raja Casablanca against, that is, Al Ahly of Egypt. So the two sides faced off last season at the same stage in the quarterfinal stage. Ahly won by 3-2 on aggregate, a game which was marred by a lot of controversies. But this season, the story has been quite a good one for Raja Casablanca. So in the CAF Champions League, they amassed the most points in the group stages. 16 points they got from their games, and they haven't lost a game, together with Mamelodi Sundowns. They are the only sides who haven't lost a game so far this season in the CAF Champions League. For the domestic side, it hasn't been so good for them. So they have failed to actually win a game in their last 4 games domestically. Yes, failed to win in their last 4 games. But in the CAF Champions League, it's been a good story. But because they have failed to win in their last 4 games domestically, Raja Casablanca are 15 points away from the top of the league table, and also 14 points away from a spot in the CAF Champions League. So it's very unlikely that they will play in the CAF Champions League next season if they are not able to win it. So Ahly have won their last 6 games very comfortably, which includes wins against Al Hilal of, that is, Sudan, and also Coton Sport from Cameroon. So Ahly qualified 2nd place in their group with 10 points, same as the team who finished 3rd place, that is Al Hilal, but they qualified because of superior home advantage. So CR Belouizdad will also play Mamelodi Sundowns in the quarterfinal of the CAF Champions League. And Mamelodi Sundowns have actually enjoyed a very good season. So they have won the South African PSL. They've wrapped it up already, so they're the champions in South Africa. And in the group stages 2 of the CAF Champions League, they went through the group unbeaten. So as I mentioned earlier, they were the only side alongside Raja Casablanca not to concede defeat in the CAF Champions League. So they are through to the quarterfinal unscathed. However, the last games have proven to be very difficult for Sundowns. They haven't won a game in their last 4 games, winless in their last 4 games in all competitions, which they want to put a stop to in their game against Real Belouizdad. Belouizdad, on the other hand, have actually enjoyed a good season. They're on top of the Algerian league and they are poised to actually win it once more. But they suffered their first defeat of the season. That was just their last game against MC Oran. They want to recover from that in their next game. So the last time these two sides faced off was in the 2020-2021 CAF Champions League, and in the group stages, Sundowns won by 5-1. Yes, 5-1 against Belouizdad when the two sides faced off in Algeria. The return leg was, however, a 2-0 win for that is Belouizdad. So both sides got a victory over there. But in that 5-1 win, some of the players who played for Sundowns and scored the goals, like Themba Zwane, he scored a brace. He is still in the team. Also, Peter Shalolile got a goal. He's also still in the team. And also, Mabue also got a goal. He's still in the team. But the other player who scored is Kamiti Rasmus, and he has so far left the Sundowns team. Now, last fixture in the CAF Champions League quarterfinal is Simba SC against Wydad Casablanca. So, Simba SC, they finished second place in group with that is Raja Casablanca and qualified to the quarterfinals. For that is Wydad, they finished top of their group, which was alongside JS Kabylie, also the likes of Petro Luanda and also AS Vita Club. Wydad have been superior both in the CAF Champions League and also in their local league, because they are sitting second place in their league, just 1 point adrift of the top. But for Simba, they are 5 points away from the top of their league, and it doesn't look like they are going to win their league season, so they will have to make a point in the CAF Champions League. Well, Wydad have gone their last 16 games and lost just a single game in their last 16 games. That shows you how superior they've been this season across all competitions. So the game is expected to happen in Tanzania, and Simba will be hoping to qualify out of the quarterfinal stage and reach the semi-final for the first time in their history. So the only time these two sides actually faced off was in 2011 when they played in a playoff game between Simba and also Wydad Casablanca in the CAF Champions League. So that game ended 3-0 in favor of Wydad Casablanca. They scored the 3 goals in the last 8 minutes of the game. But the two sides will be facing off this weekend in the CAF Champions League. So let me know which is your favorite pick of all the games.